up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
He's stealing away. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Brad Rucker for the touchdown. Kraft shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Happy Monday, all you fine Buckeye fans. I hope you're rested and you recovered from a good old-fashioned 4-day American banger, the 4th of July weekend. I'm Timmy Hall. We got the full house in here tonight. The Boatman is back there. I heard him when I was on some other shows. You and I were on some other shows these past 2 days, and I heard Bodie talking about all the different Celtics championship tees he's got, and he's getting email stingers. He's got like 7 of them already, and he's got hoodies on back order, so he's looking good. And the man to my right, my friend, my only friend, Tyvis Powell.
Bodie, you really gonna ride this one out. You know what? I respect it.
Thank you, Tyvis.
I really do. Like, this man is gonna buy every.
Listen.
How long has this been since they won it? When Paul Pierce and them beat Kobe and them? What was that?
08.
08?
Yeah.
Hey, it's been that 16 years. You should do that.
Paul Pierce, what a great player.
Truth.
What a player. Favorite guy all time?
Never really had a favorite Celtics player of all time, to be honest with you. I was never a huge favorite athletes person growing up.
Oh, wow.
Outside of Brady Quinn and Tony Romo, those were my guys. But outside of those two,
I didn't
He was
have
a
favorite athletes. I was
always too,
different.
though. Yeah.
Tony Romo guy, huh? Oh, how is he in the booth?
I like Romo.
Okay.
I feel like he's gotten worse than he was when he first started.
Well,
but you know what? I'm a Romo guy, so I'll defend him. I don't care.
Here we go, Jim.
At the beginning, he was very impressive by predicting plays, and now it's like
Seems like he doesn't always do his homework, maybe. But you know what? I don't care. I'm a Romo guy, so I'll defend him.
Today's a special day.
Today's a special day?
It's a very special day.
For you.
It is.
For us.
No, just for me.
Oh, just for you. Please. We're happy. We're happy for you, and now we're all very curious. So what is this the start of your diet, or what's special about today?
Today is my daughter's 4th birthday.
Oh, I knew this.
So
I know we had the birthday party on Saturday.
Yeah. So today.
So dedicate the show, please.
So 4 days ago, not 4 days, 4 years ago, this is the day that I became an actual father. So, yeah, it's a good time. Good time. Time has passed. She was born at 9:09 in the morning, so she is technically 4 already.
So dedicate the show.
The show is dedicated to my 4-year-old daughter, Layliana.
There you go.
Happy birthday.
There we go. Happy. I love to have a show dedication, especially starting off a week like this. Tyvis, it was one of those holiday weekends with the 4th landing on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Ladies' night.
Yeah, ladies' night, Thirsty Thursday, best day of the week, all those fun things. Mm-hmm. And then it just sends you into this long, hot 4-day weekend.
It was hot this weekend.
Right? And most people were in that mode where you're going to take Friday off if you can swing it.
Not us.
Right? No, not us. No. Somebody had to do it, right? Somebody had to be here. The whole entire Bishop and Friends was gone. So we just moved right in. You, me, and Baker, both those days. It was fun. It was fun last week, though.
Yeah, I enjoyed my time at 9 to 12.
I heard from some people that were, happy to hear us on another 3-hour spot on the station for a day.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, I'll get to do Bishop and Friends again, I think this Friday. Yeah, this Friday with Chops, right?
Hi.
That's good. That's almost a good job right there. We got to be a little bit more deeper, though.
I've had practice. Hi. Yes. So, it's funny. Somebody sent me a clip from Field of Dreams when we were out there doing our Marysville Marathon. Mm-hmm. And our guy, Austin Ward, who covers the Buckeyes and also runs this little Central Ohio 2-man scramble league. So if you're a golfer and you don't like to play your own ball, you might want to hit him up because these events, the legends about them are starting to grow. And I don't take part in many of the bro outings in golf. I haven't done a whole lot of that in my days yet. It's a pretty good time out there just to watch some guys.
I got 2 questions.
Run out of gas with all the drinking that was going on, and
Did you have a summer shandy?
I had summer shandies. You didn't know? I mean, I thought it was assumed, Tyvis.
I mean, I thought that you were so locked in that you didn't want to. Who did you know your partner?
I had 4 different partners. That was the thing about it. It's 36
okay.
holes, and it's a 2-man scramble, and so you switch partners each time. And I did, in the second 9, I had Austin, and he can tell you a little bit about that. There's a very special part of his game that we'll see if he can brag about himself coming up here at 7:19. And then I had your friend and my friend, the Beam, for the last 9 holes. I can't tell you, this man made me do everything. He was no help. He could barely stand or speak by the time this thing was over. My God. So fun. It was so fun.
Did you get first place?
No, it was one of those where I didn't even look at the standings.
Jeez.
As an individual, I wound up even par.
Did you have a good time?
It was great.
Okay.
It was great. I think I played really good golf, too.
When you golf, do you wear like a short sleeve shirts or do you wear that
Oh, man,
zip?
I got fried out there.
You used the quarter zip?
My legs were like bleeding by the time it was done. I put 2 rounds of sunscreen on, but it was too much. It needed to be like 4 rounds for my pale skin.
Did you forget to reapply?
Well, no, I did. I reapplied once.
That's
but
not
I'm saying I think I needed to reapply 3 times. I was out there for 12 hours.
Isn't it like you're supposed to reapply like every hour?
I don't know. I don't read the labels, Tyvis. I don't care enough.
Like me, I don't use that stuff, so I don't know.
What stuff happens out there, okay? Stuff happens. Hey, we had a big weekend for the Buckeyes, though. We'll have the Buckeye Leaves coming up in the next segment, but man, I mean, a couple of guys were missed on the recruiting trail last week, but you get back in it. I know James Laurinaitis was really thrilled about this, and you get Riley Pettijohn, so your 2025 class is still awesome, and it seems to hit a lot of different areas, right?
Yeah.
You've obviously got the quarterback there with Tavian St. Clair from Central Ohio, and that's the big one, but a lot of other key positions are hit on there, and a lot of people have just been wondering what is that linebacker position doing at Ohio State right now these last several years? And some of the guys that played the position might not like hearing that because there have been some good ones, but maybe somebody like Sonny Styles will take onus of that, and a guy like Cody Simon. It's looking pretty good, though. I
mean, when you look at just the recency of the linebackers, you just kind of think that a lot of, with Tommy and Steele, it was like they were good. They were by the playbook. Like in the playbook, it says you need to be here, so this is where you're going to be. But it seems like that athletic ability, the athleticism of it all was kind of not there. You know, guys that make freakish plays, like that wasn't there. You just got guys that did the textbook routine plays, which is no problem with that. That's what you want as a coach. You want to be able to trust the guy to be where you want him, where he's supposed to be. And that's what Tommy and Steele did a really good job of doing. But now when you look at it, you know, you got guys that got a little bit more athleticism. Sonny, CJ, Cody, like all of these guys. So I think that with James there, obviously he's going to help them become much smarter, but I think that at this time they can get more athletic guys and trust that James is going to have them smart enough to be where they need to be to make those routine plays, but also can go outside of the playbook and maybe deviate from it, but see a play and be able to make a play, you know, if that makes sense.
When was the last Tommy Eichenberg was selected in the 5th round by the Raiders.
Yeah.
And good on him, too, because there were only 4 players drafted, and one of them was a linebacker. It really is hard to believe that 4 guys were taken off the board. And I know a lot of guys that could have been selected chose to come back to Ohio State.
Right.
But still, when we were looking at draft boards last week, not one was thought to be a top 20 pick going into this next year. So that's crazy, too.
That's blasphemy, and that's not going on.
But when do you think the last linebacker selected was? You know who it was?
Baron Brown.
Very good. Look at you.
Denver.
Not even prepped.
What was he, a 4th or 3rd round?
Third round pick back in 21. And Pete Werner was taken in that draft, too. Yeah. So maybe it's not real, right? The fact that linebacker play has kind of slid. Maybe that's a misconception because there has been some good linebacker play peppered in here.
I think that when you look at it, like Barron, for example, Barron is a person that he kind of was not utilized correctly when he was here. I think that they took him and tried to make him this box linebacker, this Mike inside the box linebacker. That's not him. If you think about Bearing when he was in high school and you think about Bearing when he got to Denver, he was a really good pass rusher. And I think that that's where we missed out. Instead of trying to make him be a Mike linebacker or an inside linebacker, stand him up. He would be perfect for the jack position that they talk about.
What they wanted to put Jack Sawyer in.
He would be perfect for that because that's what he did. He rushed the passer, and if he had to get out in space, he was comfortable enough to drop in a zone and get out in space. It'd be kind of like a TJ Watt type thing.
Yeah, I see that. I feel like Pete was utilized the right way.
He was.
Because he flourished and he kind of showed his speed and his ability to cover guys. I just think
that, like, that jack position that we talk about, like, I don't think it's meant for a defensive end. I think it's meant for a linebacker that has the ability to rush passers, like a C.J. Hicks.
Malik Harrison was drafted the year before in 2020.
Went to the Ravens.
And then a couple years before that, you had Jerome Baker was drafted.
I think he went second round to the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm, he did.
Then Raekwon went.
He was third round to the Dolphins, but close. And then Raekwon was a second round pick the year before that.
Did he go to the Dolphins too, right?
And then right there, you're in the draft where it was Joshua Perry and Darren Lee and the gazillion Buckeyes taken in the first round in that famous 2016 draft.
And the last first round one was Ryan Shazier, right?
It's just sort of reestablishing, you know? Yeah. It's can you get one of those guys that is legitimately one of the best guys or two in the country?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I blanking on a Will Anderson type?
Well, I think that when you look at what James is doing, if you look at his linebackers, he's got the number one linebacker in Texas. I think he got one out of Florida. And the last one is out of Ohio maybe? I'm blanking on the last one. I think he got the number one linebacker in all of those states, which is good because those are football states.
We'll talk more about it coming up here as we get the show rolling. We're about to be disappointed with Tyvis. I don't know why.
I don't either.
Because he makes us so happy, but we're also going to hand out some Buckeye Leaves as a pick-me-up. That's next. Brand new week. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Big voice guy here to remind you that you're listening to The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Okay, thanks. I have 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.
Experience the ultimate gridiron experience at the Ohio State Football Training Camp, presented by Safelite Bob's Discount Furniture and Weber, happening at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center August 1st through 4th. Don't miss your chance to get the first look at your Ohio State football team. Bring your friends and family and dive into the excitement with inflatables, giveaways, and more. Tickets are limited, so get yours today to ensure you don't miss out on the fun. Visit universe.com/OSU Training Camp 2024 to purchase your tickets today.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Did the pandemic eliminate quality customer service? Well, many places it did, but not here at Heartland Bank. Imagine getting top quality service and good advice as well to help you down life's road. It's community banking, and it's alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Fair banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
And now we're on our way with Coda, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, Coda moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit coda.com/transit app to learn more.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mock Crew is a part of our winning team. The Libman Mock Crew makes sure the hardwood is safe and clean for the players every game at the Schottenstein Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Summer is full of family fun, strawberry picking, little Johnny's baseball games, warding off shark attacks on the beach.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
When you get sick of all that crap, turn to us. Download the Fan app and take us with you. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Hey, I'm Ruben. My band and I have a new song we're getting ready to record this weekend. I'm also a tow truck driver. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I get to go home at the end of the day and see my bandmates.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine, light winds, and warm and humid on this Monday. Temperatures in the upper 80s, but released for dry. Overnight down to around 70 degrees, still warm and humid and dry. Chance of a late day shower or thunderstorm on Tuesday with high temperatures near 90 degrees. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Stickers on helmets make us happy. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy and Tyvis, and we are about to throw some stickers on some helmets a little bit later on in this segment, but I don't think Tyvis is going to be getting any because I go back to the shows we did on Thursday and Friday, and you were just very disappointing.
What?
With all your diet talk. And look, there was maybe one person. We had this thing rolling. You can watch us on YouTube Live, of course. And we love the chat room that they have there because I can see it in real time as you guys, pop messages up there. And he was talking about his plate of food for the 4th and how he was going to have a salad and one hot dog and one hamburger patty with no buns.
What's wrong with that?
And we were giving him a hard time because America. That's why.
The American food.
And everybody agreed with us.
American food is hot dogs and burgers.
Yes, with a bun.
No,
and with some condiments.
That's not what they didn't. Yeah. They didn't specify the bun.
You don't have to specify.
Yes, you do.
It's not an actual hot dog or a hamburger if it's just sitting there.
Bodie agrees with
What's weirder? What's weirder to have just a hot dog just sitting there with nothing? If I go to a ball game and I buy a hot dog or I buy a burger and they just give it to me, just a wiener right there on a plate or wrapped in foil, I'm going to look at them like they have two heads.
Well, if it's a good hot dog or a good burger, it don't need no bun.
Yes, it does.
That's like if you get ribs, if it's so good, you might not need barbecue sauce.
That's
or if
not
you get a steak and it's cooked correctly, you don't need no extra stuff. You can just eat it.
That's not even close to the same thing.
It is.
It's part of a hot dog has to have. It's like a sandwich with.
Not.
It's like having just deli meat.
You're psyching yourself out.
That's like just eating deli meat and choosing not to have a sandwich.
What's wrong with that?
If you're seeking a sandwich,
you know bread is bad for you, right? If you get keto bread, now that's a totally different story. You can do keto bread.
Shut up about the keto bread. Nobody wants to hear about your keto
Everybody
bread.
out there, it's nothing wrong with keto bread. It tastes a little bit different, but it ain't that bad, though.
What did you honestly, I need to know, because I didn't get the official update. When we broke on Friday, what you actually did eat. I need to know what that 4th of July plate was.
Okay, so this is what I did. I use paper plates because I don't want nobody to clean up dishes.
So they're biodegradable.
So I had got like a little, the little paper plate bowl, though. The paper bowl, you know what I'm talking about?
I know.
So it's a little bowl. It's about this big. And I filled it up with salad. And then I put a little cheese. I sprinkled a little cheese on top, a little cheddar cheese on top. And then I got this Italian dressing because they didn't have Caesar. So I just used Italian dressing.
Yeah, Italian's my go-to.
And I ate
if I'm going to have a salad.
And I ate that first. Now, the reason I ate that, because when they first cooked, everybody was eating, but I wasn't really hungry when everybody, and it was like, have you eaten? And I'm like, no, I actually haven't. I'm just not hungry. But they kept, you got to eat. So I ate the salad to start, just to get them off my back. About 30 minutes later, after I ate the salad, I said, you know what? Let me get some stuff, because everybody's running in there for seconds at this point. So if I don't eat, I might miss out. So I went in there and I grabbed one hot dog and I grabbed one burger. And I took some barbecue sauce, sprayed it on the plate, and that was it. No sides, nothing, just that.
Wow.
And I felt good, Tim. I really did. Like, I was like, man, I'm full. I didn't overdo it. I didn't feel bloated.
It's just sad to me. It's just a shame. It's just sad.
That's sad.
And I was over at our end of the.
That's sad.
I got done Saturday,
but I was happy though. Like I ate it with a smile on my face. You know how you a foodie.
I do know that. Jake Diebler's a foodie too.
I felt like a foodie when I ate that. I was like,
you did. You don't you say that. You don't feel like a foodie eating something like that with no taste, with no flavor. You didn't even load it up or anything.
I put barbecue sauce. I dipped it in the barbecue sauce.
Stop. No.
It's good too. It's good, Tim. I highly recommend it.
I had a little bit of all this too. I had baked beans with brisket. Had 2 racks of baby back ribs that I used a dry rub. Didn't need barbecue sauce on them because you used the dry rub.
You ate 2 racks of them?
I didn't eat all 2 racks, but I
that's what you said. I was going to look at you like.
I prepared for people. Woo. Right, and don't get me wrong. I could have, if we were having a hot dog eating contest. I heard something about this hot dog eating contest.
With Dave and Scotty?
With Dave and Scotty.
They called it off, didn't they?
They called it off? Well, I
thought that's what I read on Twitter.
I saw their promo, and then I didn't wind up catching it, and they said something about we're going to eat 3 hot dogs.
Yeah, I see that.
What is this crap? What, am I watching Tyvis here? What is this? 3?
He definitely said.
You get to 10, or you don't even tell me about it. Jesus. What are we doing?
Damn, ain't nobody trying to kill themselves in here eating no food.
Why aren't there more people that are ready to just slam some food around here?
Everybody knows that America's like a very obese country.
But we're fine.
So we trying
look at the 3 of us.
Plus, it's the summertime. This is the time to wear less clothing, so you want to look good.
Wow.
It's bikini season.
See.
That's what they say.
Sun's out, guns out.
Bodie looks the most fantastic of all 3 of us.
Well, Bodie doesn't eat.
He doesn't. Bodie is like you.
You think I'm bad?
You two should be best friends. Are you guys not like secret best friends, hanging out every day after work?
Yeah. I just have to come on the air and disagree with Tyvis sometimes, so it makes it seem like
Bodie,
don't want to get too far.
Is it anything wrong with eating a hot dog on a burger with no bun?
Not at all.
See?
I told you. Best friends. All right, let's do some leaves right here.
It's time to hand out some Buckeye Leaves.
Sponsored by the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. Plan your perfect summer trip at columbuszoo.org.
All right, well, it's got to go on the recruiting trail for the Buckeyes. James Laurinaitis for the work that he's doing as the Buckeye linebacker coach. I mean, shoot. Get him a couple of reps back here at the Fan, right?
Yeah.
With his skill.
He still got it.
Oh, with his skill at the mic. And is there there can't be that many more unique college football coaches with their family legacy. One, you talk about him as a recruit where he had to kind of, I wouldn't say pick himself up by his bootstraps, but he was a 3-star recruit. Mm-hmm. So he wasn't some, phenom guy coming out of high school. Mm-hmm. He earned it. And then you factor in what his legacy is here at Ohio State, the star-studded career he wound up having, what he did in the NFL, and then his media career, and now what he's doing. It's pretty cool. But Riley Pettijohn, the young man from Texas, outside linebacker, could wind up being a rusher. We'll see. Get him a big Buckeye leaf, too, because now he's a Buckeye, and I feel like this one's going to stick.
It better.
Like the Buckeye Leaf.
Yeah, it better. My 2 is 1, I got to go with Garrett Wilson and Jackson Smith and Jigba. You know, these guys are off in the NFL making plays, but they don't forget where they came from. They had a camp in Columbus for nearly 400 campers today, throwing footballs around, just spending time with these kids. It's remarkable to see those two do that because, as you know, camp revs up in a couple of weeks. These guys could be somewhere in Florida training like other people do, but they took the time out of their day to come back and give back to the Columbus community and never forget where they came from. So they get a big Buckeye Leaf for me for that. And then my other one's going to go to Justin Fields. Justin Fields understands the assignment. He understands that he's going to do some running this year, and he understands that he wants to be the starter. He's been in the weight room. If you have not seen him, he's put on some muscle, so he's looking to take some spots and make some plays this year. So shout out to him for being dedicated, because being in that weight room can get lonely, but he seems like he's embraced it.
Don't you think that it's only a matter of time before Justin Fields is going to get that shot to be the guy there?
Oh, yeah.
I believe that's going to happen sometime in this season because I don't believe the rebound.
I don't think they want to pay Russell after this season, and I think that knowing that he's young.
I don't think they'll have to.
I mean,
he can't find that level again, right? Just can't happen.
You think?
It's too far gone.
You would think, but hey, if Justin ain't doing anything, they ain't going to have a choice, so they're going to have to draft one.
Maybe he needs to leave Russell Wilson for a while.
I mean,
go the Kurt Warner route. Come back he's already past the Kurt Warner twilight.
He's made plenty of money.
And Jake Diebler and family, Buckeye Leaves, because family grew. We talked about this.
Oh yeah,
when he was here.
Did he get a
family?
What name did they get?
Julian is the name of their latest child. So that's child number 4 for the Dieblers. So they are in it now. Holy smokes. They're in it. 2 daughters, James and Jessa, and another son, Jackson. There we go. So Jake and Jordan, congrats on a new child. That's awesome. Buckeye Leaves. Tyvis, we're going to do something a little bit later on this hour, where we've got our Buckeye categories. So I want people to start thinking about that. We'll update you on where we're going with that coming up here. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Your morning just got beefier. Morning Juice with Beamer, Bobby, and Shark.
Weekdays from 6 to 9.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Score a goal with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the checking account that rewards you for supporting the crew. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, official credit union of the Columbus Crew. Federally insured by NCUA.
America's favorite car show returns to Ohio for the biggest hot rodding event of the year. It's the Good Guys 26th Summit Racing National, and it's all taking place this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus. Check out thousands of chrome and candied hot rods, muscle cars, and trick trucks. Shop the huge swap meet at Vendor Midway and see which rides take home the crown of the Good Guys 2024 Classic Instrument Street Rod and PPG Street Machine of the Year. It's all happening this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center, and you don't want to miss it. Get complete details at good-guys.com.
Hey, it's Anthony for the Good Feet store. 3 words for me: pain-free summer. Spent probably 30 hours walking around the Memorial Tournament and felt awesome with my personal arch supports from the Good Feet store in my everyday kicks. Sure, every now and then we all get random foot pain from pickleball or golf or just being a human being. Having my personally fit arch supports in my shoes has made a massive difference. And even right after I put them in, didn't take long to feel much more supported and aligned, and it's so easy to just move them into any pair. Before I had them, I dreaded being on my feet for any length of time. Well, you have nothing to lose but the pain, as they say. It's a free fitting and test walk. Try them for yourself. See the difference it can make. It did for me. And best of all, you can wear them home. 2 locations on Polaris Parkway and Stringtown Road, or schedule an appointment at goodfeet.com. The Good Feet store, America's arch supports experts.
The Beat the Heat fan campaign is underway. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin, Madison, or Marion County fire station. The Fan 10 TV Beat the Heat fan campaign is sponsored by Newman Roofing. Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night. Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Jerry.
Remember when we first met?
I was just starting Eco Plumbers and looking for a silent partner.
And I had just invented sneakers with lights in them and was looking for somewhere to invest my fortune.
I didn't even think inventor was an actual job.
I didn't think plumbers started companies.
Get Eco.
As I recall, you thought the name Eco was a pretty good idea.
As a full-time inventor, Aaron, it's just that kind of creative thinking that caught my attention. Simple, memorable, singable.
Get Eco.
And it reminds homeowners that modern plumbing can make economical sense and ecological sense at the same time. Waste less water and save money on your utility bills.
Get Eco.
Instead of just sitting here raking in royalties after inventing that little plastic hanger that socks come on, I might as well be a silent partner in a company that's doing good.
You're not all that silent as silent partners go.
But I am charming, Aaron.
Get Eco.
GetEco.com.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Introducing Optimized IT, the managed services division of Modern Office Methods. With our cutting-edge managed IT services, we ensure your business always stays ahead of the curve, keeping you one step ahead of your competition. We bring proven management strategies to the table to support your current IT team, as well as provide insight on how to maximize efficiency, helping you achieve your goals faster. Concerned about security? Our backup solutions help guarantee your data is protected around the clock, giving you peace of mind. Start at OptimizedIT.net for your free IT assessment. Stay ahead, stay secure, and stay optimized.
And now we're on our way with Coda, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, Coda moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit coda.com/transit app to learn more.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource. Proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
College radio done by professionals. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy and Tyvis, happy Monday to all you fine Buckeye fans. Hope you had a good 4th of July weekend. Yes, indeed, we are sponsored by our good friends at CareSource. We got some fun coming up here. We are going to have some tickets to give away to the Cardale Jones charity softball game. You getting excited for that, Tyvis?
I am, actually.
12 days away.
I've been watching baseball. I'm getting better off of osmosis. I'm just watching it and I'm soaking it in. I'm looking at Stephen Kwan, how he approaches the plate and how he makes contacts. But then I'm looking
you're not playing baseball.
I'm looking at Josh Naylor and I'm looking at Jose, how they hit these dingers out of there. So, I'm ready.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope you're a little bit more ready than you were last year.
It's going to happen, Tim.
What's going to happen?
Well, we're going to win this year.
What about my dinger?
I'm going to get you a dinger.
Are you going to get me a dinger?
I told you, I got plate discipline this year.
How many at-bats are you even going to get here? I think you had
it's 9 of us this year. Last year was like 17 of us.
There were so many guys.
So I only had 1 at-bat. But this year, hopefully we're rolling really well. I hope I get a few times at the plate.
Do you need me to sub in?
No.
At all?
No. I'm good.
You don't need an at-bat?
I'm good. Look,
who's the softball ringer here? Is it Ryan Baker?
That's what he
home run maker.
That's what he says, but
he's a big boy.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think he's got some experience playing the men's league softball.
Luck. As bad as bad luck.
Yeah, for you it was. A wonder boy, just fine for Ryan Baker. So Tyvis, this is a fun week because we're starting our Buckeye categories, and we're starting off. So look, We'll have studs, which is where we're going to go with today. We'll have X factors. We'll have the category we deem now or never, like it's time to produce right here, right now.
Yep.
Old reliables, and then the next wave.
Okay.
The young men of the future, right? So when we think about studs, how do you define a stud player, and what do you need from this guy to fit into that category? And ultimately we got to figure out how many we got on this team.
So when I look at the studs, I think of a guy is consistent through 12 games. You know, every game, you know what you're going to get. You know that they're dependent on this guy to have a really big game, and he's going to make a huge impact. He is the leader of the team. If the team is rolling, the team goes as he goes. That's how I look at a stud, somebody that you just know. If all else fails, he is going to help us win this game no matter what. That's what I think of a stud.
Why am I thinking of a new guy first and foremost? You know what I mean? And he's only been in college football for a year, but I'm thinking of Caleb Downs.
Caleb
Downs is a stud.
He would fit.
We agree?
He would fit with this. He's proven.
Yes.
You know what you're going to get.
He played at Alabama.
Freshman All-American. Why would he not? Why would he not? We'd be shocked if he did.
And for that matter, another new guy, Quinshon Judkins, is a bona fide stud running back.
Yeah.
He has proven it.
He's led the
through
SEC.
2 years of play.
Led the SEC in rushing. He comes here. Obviously, the line play has to be a little bit better, but this is a guy that you could depend on. I don't think he has a big injury history. And I think that when you think about him and Travion, you know, that's the one knock on Travion is that sometimes he gets hurt. But Quinshon, you know, things will continue to keep rolling. You know, he's going to be productive, and you know he can really take this thing and change the game with his running ability.
Well, you brought him up. Do we not have an agreement on if Travion is in this category, one of the studs of the football team right now?
I wouldn't put him. See, that's the thing.
It's tough, right? Because it's the injury bug. You kind of gotta be here. If we're talking about that true freshman season, and he was able to keep that going, not even asking for 1,400 yards every season, but I almost think you got to be coming off of 1,000-yard year.
Yeah.
If you're the bell cow, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put him there. I would put him probably one category below. I mean, but he has all the intangibles to be a stud. He just got to be healthy.
Could be.
And like I said, this is a guy that you got to depend on game in and game out. And, you know, it was the thing with Travion is even last year at the beginning of the season when everybody was healthy, you remember it was a controversy. It was some of the former Buckeye running backs talking about Chip Trainum should be the everyday the first running back and stuff like that. So, like, it was just, I don't know. He hasn't really proven it lately that he's that guy. And I think I believe he's going to have an unbelievable season this year because obviously he's got the home run hitting ability. He has all the intangibles to be great. And I think having Quinshon out there is going to really make him compete on Saturdays. You know, if Quinshon goes and does something great, in his mind, he's got to respond and he's got to do something great. So I think that these two are perfect for each other because it's going to keep them competitive over the course of a game.
I might want to have Travion in this.
You putting him in there?
I might want him in here.
What's the next X factor?
Because he proved it right out of the gates. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's not like this was all just hype and talk and we haven't seen it come to fruition yet because he did it right away. We'll come back. I'm keeping a pin right in that one. Emeka, same type of deal, right? Had some injury issues last year, but I think we just kind of believe him to be a stud.
Yeah,
he's the guy. He's the wide receiver.
He's wide receiver 1 on the depth chart. I mean, he's the guy that if he didn't get hurt, I know he would have a wonderful year. And then, you know, even in the spring game with the little limited action that he had, he looked really good. I mean, obviously making one-hand catches. He's the guy that they're going to game plan for first. And as far as the passing game goes, they have to figure out how to stop Emeka. And I think that his versatility of him playing inside and outside is going to help him really be consistent every week.
Denzel Burke is there now.
Yeah.
After what he did this past season and what his draft projections are, what everybody expects out of him in this upcoming college football season. I don't think there's any concern, any worries about what's happening with Denzel Burke. I even throw the other guy out there for you. For Davison Igbinosun, what do we need to see? How close are we with him?
He is literally teetering it.
See,
my thing,
getting very close. Could have a good first 4 or 5 weeks.
My thing with him, he has all the intangibles to be a stud for sure. I need him to be a little less on the penalties, a little bit less grabby. And but like he's a guy that everybody on the defense is gonna look to. Like that's the thing. Like you talk about a leader. Like this guy is raised to play of everybody because of his competitive nature. And he holds it down on his side. Like it's not like he's a slouch. He does a great job of defending these guys. He's big, physical guy. He definitely is teetering the line for me, but I just need to see a couple more interceptions and a little less penalties, a little less holding calls or PIs. If that happens, bona fide stud to me.
What about Jack Sawyer and JTT?
I haven't seen it long enough.
Jack and JTT.
I haven't seen it long enough.
God, they could both be freakishly good, right? We've seen complete, utter brilliance out of Tuimoloau.
Yeah, he's had
select games.
He's literally had the best defensive game I've ever seen by a single player.
Yeah, and definitely in the last 10 or 20 years for a guy at his position with what he did against Penn State. Numerically, statistically, we've just not seen anyone have a game like that, like his Penn State game.
My problem is, if you did it once, I'm tired of saying that. Like, I'm tired of saying that I've seen it happen before. Like, I need to be like, oh, I forgot all about him doing that because he's made so many other plays. Like, that's where I need him to be this year. So he's an X factor guy.
I feel like Tyleik Williams could be a stud defensive tackle for me. Could be, but
not yet.
Or is he? He's not?
Not yet, but he could be.
We can't agree on him?
Not yet. Not yet. He's He's up there with IGB. They're literally teetering it. If he does Mike Hall things where he's just that disruptive, and especially early on in the season, when they get the Big Ten play, I ain't talking about the cupcake spot. When they get the Big Ten play, if he continues to be this disruptive, getting TFLs, maybe getting a sack or two, absolutely. Absolutely.
Donovan Jackson?
He's a stud. He's the one guy that's consistent.
We agree on Donovan.
He's the consistent guy on the offensive line. I think when you look at the offensive line, he's the one guy that you don't worry about because you know he's going to handle his business.
All right, we're looking for all of the studs. That's the category for tonight for this 2024 Ohio State Buckeye team. We do have our man Austin Ward coming up here later on at 7:19, so he can add to this and sort of see where the list sits. If we got to put anything else out there. The thing that really gets James Laurinaitis up every morning as a coach. Going to give that to you guys next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
Experience the ultimate gridiron experience at the Ohio State Football Training Camp, presented by Safelite Bob Discount Furniture and Weber, happening at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center August 1st through 4th. Don't miss your chance to get the first look at your Ohio State football team. Bring your friends and family and dive into the excitement with inflatables, giveaways, and more. Tickets are limited, so get yours today to ensure you don't miss out on the fun. Visit universe.com/OSU Training Camp 2024 to purchase your tickets today.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mock Crew is a part of our winning team. The Libman Mock Crew makes sure the hardwood is safe and clean for the players every game at the Schottenstein Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Bishop and Friends.
Ohio Stadium is the best, period. You're there early. You're there at halftime. Even for the marginal games, you're there.
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
The Ohio Egg Fest is back for its 10th year, presented by Specialty Gas House and Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. Join us for this big green egg grilling competition at Fortress Obetz on Saturday, July 27th. Enjoy all-you-can-eat food from 36 cook teams, live music from North to Nashville, cooking demos, giveaways, and more. Don't miss out on discounted big green egg grill packages with over $600 off retail and a lifetime warranty. Pre-order online at theohioeggfest.com today. Before they sell out, all proceeds benefit cancer research at the James. Get your discounted big green egg grills and your taster tickets now at theohioeggfest.com.
As a local family-owned and operated company, Newman Roofing takes great pride in providing great customer experience and quality product to every job they do. From the first phone call to the end of your project, they'll know who you are. Don't just get a roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
Great coaching can make all the difference, especially when it comes to your money. At Right Pac Credit Union, our financial coaches are on your team. We'll help you create a winning game plan that's customized for your unique needs, so you can make the most of your hard-earned money and live the life you want to live. Best of all, Right Pac Credit Union serves all of Central Ohio, so getting in the game is easy. Let's win together. Stop by one of our Central Ohio member centers to get started today. Equal housing opportunity, insured by NCUA.
The Beat the Heat fan campaign is underway. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin, Madison, or Marion County fire station. The Fan 10 TV Beat the Heat fan campaign is sponsored by Newman Roofing.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Preseason, midseason, off-season. We keep on rolling. You've got the Buckeye Show.
Timmy and Tyvis here on a Monday, coming off the great 4th of July holiday weekend. Just a 4-day banger. Now, I guess I got to throw out a late Buckeye Leaf. And if you guys want to award some Buckeye Leaves as well, please do so. It is Monday, so it's kind of going around here today. The Buckeye Show voicemail and text line is 614-460-2896. You can always watch us if you're not listening to us on the radio. If you got home, pop us on YouTube Live, and you can get in the comment section right there. TBT. I saw Carmen's Crew. They're getting ready to go at it again, right? It's just an exciting thing. I think it's got a great niche, the basketball tournament, for the time of year and how they have alumni teams. They get back. Maybe some of the guys didn't play together, but they played for Ohio State. They may have crossed paths. It's just a cool thing to get nostalgic. So Joey Lane is putting the headset on again. Remember, he did a couple of games.
Yeah, for the BTN.
For BTN. For the Buckeyes, I remember them showing him on the Jumbotron.
Yep.
Joey Lane, walk-on captain from the Towel Gang. So he is doing 4 games as a broadcaster for TBT. I'm assuming there's going to be some more information as to what exact games those will be. But he commented on how excited he is to be back with his TBT family this summer. $1 million on the line. I know his podcast partner, Andrew Zolden, has a job and has been working full time with TBT and having a good time doing it for the last 2 years. So he's a friend. But I don't know. I think I got to give Joey the Buckeye Leaf and then quickly take it back.
Why you take it?
Because when he was in town here for the fun stuff, he didn't have any time for us. He was too busy over there at the facility yucking it up with Jake Diebler.
Didn't even call in.
No, he had no time for a call. And he said, I'm too busy. I got to go eat dinner now. Hyde Park is calling.
I guess that's what happens when you're big time, man. He big time.
Why aren't you big time like that?
I'm not.
Let's go.
I'm not a big time guy.
Get big. Come on.
I'm a Jag.
Will you stop it? Where's your confidence?
I'm a Jag.
Where's your self-respect?
I like to I'm an honest guy.
You are a national champion.
So
what do you mean? You were the defensive MVP. Let's get serious here.
That's so irrelevant.
Tyvis, where are we going with this?
What do you mean?
Where are we going with this career? What's it going to be?
Wherever God takes me.
Will you take me with you?
I'll be here with you. What are you talking about?
Are you going to be here with me forever?
6 to 8, buddy.
The luckiest listeners in the world right here.
All of us. He already jumps ships and goes. He does Common Man and Bone on Wednesdays. He just
because Ted takes his Wednesdays off.
Just saying.
Somebody's got to do it.
Does Ted take like 19 Wednesdays in a year?
He's off this Wednesday. Not off next Wednesday, though, because everybody's off next Wednesday.
Why? Nobody's working next Wednesday.
I don't know. I just looked at the schedule and everybody, PTO.
That's my
I guess next week is the national annual PTO of the week of the year.
I meant to tell you, you'd make life a lot easier on all of us if you could just produce every show next Wednesday.
Just be here from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m.
You're in for Shark.
Sheesh.
Could you just do that this one time for us?
Wow. I would do it for
great.
The right price.
Businessman.
How much?
Starts in the 6-figure range.
Woo.
That's 6 figures just for that day. Your stats are all out of whack. What you what you want from Tyvis to just be good for the rest of your life, and then for one shift.
Exactly.
How desperate are you?
Thank you, Tyvis.
Little thing called You'll See.
Little Steve, man.
All right, so let's hear from our guy, James Laurinaitis. So Adam King from 10 TV, he went back and found this clip. This was when the coaching staffs were announced, the new jobs were given out over there at Ohio State, and James Laurinaitis was made a full-time linebackers coach. So it was cool because we've known him, but he's going to have his day, and the media is going to, get, 15, 20 minutes, probably however long James is willing to sit there, which was going to be as long as anyone still had questions to ask, right? And so I don't know exactly what the question was to this, but the way he talks about relationships and just what it means to him, what Ohio State means to him, and some of the things he could remember back in his days as a player, it just sort of spoke volumes about the kind of recruiter that Laurinaitis is going to be.
The coaches that I played for, Luke Fickell, Jim Tressel, Steve Spagnuolo, the Chiefs, they were all great developers of men as well, and probably the 3 most impactful men in my life outside of my father. So the thought that I could hopefully be that to somebody else, I think is what gets me up every morning. And I tell a lot of these recruits, like, yes, I want to be there with you in the green room when Goodell calls your name, right? Like, that's a lot of these kids want to get developed. But I also hope that these men call me when they decide to get engaged someday or get married and they're like, hey, coach, I want you there. Because that's the kind of relationship that I had with Luke Fickell. That's the kind of relationship I had with Spags, is that it was more than just ball. And so I think that's why I wake up and I attack it every day.
Now, how about that from James? Quite beautiful.
He's just a genuine guy, man. He's just the authentic guy that you would play hard for. If he was my coach, I'd probably run through a wall for James. And you know what? James isn't even my coach, but even today, if he asked me to run through a wall, I'd probably do it because he's just the guy that he's going to give you everything he's got to help you reach your goal.
Yeah.
And that's I mean, you people say that, but like he's actually somebody that actually will do that. Like if you want to get up at 5 a.m. and do stuff, like let's go. Like he's dedicated to helping you reach your goal. And it's not just him. It's a lot of coaches over at that Woody Hayes Athletic Center that are like that. I know the strength staff is like that for sure because they did it. So James fits perfectly with what Ryan Day has going on over there. And I think that's why you see the recruiting is so well for them, because these kids see the genuine. They see the authenticity from these coaches. It's not just talk. They actually are living what they're saying.
It's a sport, though, that breeds, bonds like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Football just is. Or you hear that a lot, the football family, all of that. And I'm sure James was able to make those relationships with his coaches because he cared that much, right?
Yeah.
And I think that excites him to be on the other side of that because, that's not going to happen with every player, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be different. But I think that excites him that he will be there. He will be there for the players that are seeking that kind of relationship. If maybe they were missing something at home or even if they weren't, right? But they're looking for another relationship that's that deep, that is that caring. He'll be able to provide that.
Yeah, and no doubt. And I think that when these linebackers get here with this new wave of linebackers, now that he's officially the linebackers coach, if the production goes through the roof, I think that recruiting will come easy to him.
As if I wasn't already, because I'm a man, I'm 40, I was made to feel much older this weekend, Tyvis. More on that as we check the college football pulse next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
And now we're on our way with Coda, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, Coda moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit coda.com/transit app to learn more.
It's no fun to get blindsided. That's why you need to know what's coming in Ohio Medicaid.
Championship quarterback Cardale Jones.
Recent changes in Ohio Medicaid could impact you. If your information isn't up to date, you can lose your health insurance. Call the Ohio Department of Medicaid so you don't have to scramble to stay insured.
Call 800-324-8680. A public health message from CareSource.
That's what I call forward progress.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
When you've been diagnosed with heart or vascular disease, where you start your care makes all the difference.
When you choose the Heart and Vascular Center at The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center.
Our team of specialized experts will manage your condition day to day.
And should you need more advanced care like complex heart or vascular surgery,
you'll never need to travel further.
You didn't choose heart and vascular disease, but the choice of where to treat it is clear.
The Ohio State University Heart and Vascular Center.
If you're listening to this and you're not already keeping it easy in your backyard with a Bud Light, well, consider this message a gentle reminder. Your backyard is waiting, and so is that Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The best of two leagues meet again this summer. Catch the stars of MLS and Liga MX as they show off their skills at the 2024 MLS All-Star Skills Challenge presented by AT&T. Tuesday, July 23rd at Lower.com Field. Tickets start at $25. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
At Pella, we use the newest technology to show you exactly how new windows would look on your home.
Well, we keep it simple at our window place. We use a number 2 pencil to draw what your house will look like with our new windows. See?
Oh yeah, that definitely looks like a number 2.
Thank you, Leslie. Wait, I see what you did there.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good evening. I'm Buddy Wells. Starting with baseball, they got underway just a short bit ago in Detroit. It's the first of a 4-game series between the Guardians and Tigers. They're heading to the bottom of the second right now. It is scoreless, 0-0. Cleveland's looking for a third straight win. In Cincinnati, the Reds are looking to snap their 3-game skid. They host the Rockies tonight in the first of a 4-game set against Colorado. That game will get started here shortly at 7:10. Andrew Abbott is on the hill for the Redlegs. In the NFL, Steelers cornerback Cam Sutton has been suspended 8 games without pay for violating the league's personal conduct policy. He'll be eligible to return following the Pittsburgh Week 8 game against the New York Giants. In soccer, the Crew blanked Toronto over the weekend 4-0 on Saturday night at the LDC. Next up, they're on the road at LAFC this Saturday night at 10:30. And in college basketball, UConn has signed Dan Hurley to a 6-year contract extension worth $50 million. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's time for the College Football Pulse on the Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Need heating, cooling, plumbing, or electric? Call a carpenter.
Timmy and Tyvis, hour 2 of the show. We've got our man Austin Ward from The Podcast, also our college football expert extraordinaire here at The Fan. He'll hop on. We'll talk some Bucks. We'll talk about this big 36-hole extravaganza that went down on Saturday, the Marysville Marathon out at the Ridge, where he was there, Beam was there, I was there, a lot of other good dudes were there too. Justin Zwick was supposed to be out there, but a little injury kept him from performing. So I can't wait to catch up with Austin about that, see who had the most Jell-O shots and all that good stuff. Now, Bode, man, I know you are never going to hate an excuse for me to think about, I'm a man, I'm 40.
That's why I don't read the newspaper, because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage.
Now, I felt really, really old when I saw this headline, when I saw this player's name who is committing to Penn State.
Yes, on Thursday last week, gotta love when guys do their commitments on the 4th of July. I'm sure reporters just absolutely love that. Thursday last week, LeVar Arrington II announced his commitment to Penn State following in the footsteps of his dad. He's an outside linebacker, just like his dad was. And I imagine for a certain number of our listeners, they now feel, like you, Timmy, just a little bit older.
LeVar Arrington he's a man, he's 46. So that surprises me to see that he's got me by 6 years right now.
Is his son his same size as his father?
What do you have the deets on?
He's probably bigger, right?
LeVar Arrington II's build there, because I don't know, it'd be tough to be bigger than LeVar.
Say LeVar was.
He was huge.
Tyvis? Okay, 24/7 Sports has him listed at 6'3", 215.
Oh, yeah. So LeVar was 6'3", 257.
I was about to say LeVar.
Big. Yeah, big.
LeVar,
big son of a gun.
Yeah, wasn't nobody really getting past LeVar. So.
He was the 2nd overall pick in the 2000 draft, and that was, I want to say that was the draft where Courtney Brown won to the Brownies,
to the
right?
Browns.
Yeah, you had Penn. Think about that. You had Penn State.
They went 1 and 2.
Penn State defensive ends / linebackers
1 and 2
went 1-2. Is that one of those draft anomalies did we just stumble into?
Well, we could have had that if we never got rid of Joe Burrow. We could have had 1, 2, 3 because it was Joe, Chase, Jeff Okuda.
I'm talking more in the lines of
I know, right?
1, 2 overall and the same position.
Oh,
probably has not happened in any other draft in the history of the league.
No,
Would you say?
Imagine.
Wouldn't you? If you're just taking a guess,
you have to.
Have we had that happen? I'm going to say no.
Quarterbacks is usually first, and then it's like
you're not getting 2 QBs.
They go boom, boom,
and you would have to eliminate a handful of positions, right? It's not happening at running back, tight end.
Wait a minute. I know they didn't go 1-2, but what about Ronnie Brown and Cadillac? Did they both go top 5?
What year was that? Do you remember?
No, they did.
I don't remember, but we could look up later.
Wasn't it like 05, 06 or something like that?
I'm just saying. That's
no way.
That's crazy that you've got 2 ends / linebackers from the same school going 1 and 2.
That's sick.
At the top of the draft.
That's actually, you know what?
And LeVar was a better player. LeVar held up and was a much better player.
The crazy thing is if JT and Jack Sawyer get their stuff together, they could make it happen.
Ooh, man. You think so? No, that's
2 DNs going first round?
Ooh,
1 and 2?
1 and 2 overall. We're not talking about first round.
I'm saying 2 DNs if they both
you're saying right here Jack Sawyer and Jalen Tuimoloau could possibly be the number 1 and number 2 overall picks.
If they went out there and had a monster season where they split 13 sacks apiece, yeah.
Okay, well that's
my point.
That's a big if.
2005 draft. Ronnie Brown, number 2 overall. Cadillac went number 5 overall.
Wow. Sheesh. Good memory. 2 in the top 5. And you just said another pair of running backs, didn't you? Felix Jones and Darren McFadden.
Did they?
I don't know if they were the same year. Were they the same draft class?
I know Darren McFadden.
Felix was a first-round pick to Dallas.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, McFadden was absolutely a first.
No, yeah, I know he was.
He was a top 5 pick.
Did he go to Oakland?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Was that the same year, though?
I don't know if it was the same year, but they're both very high draft picks. And McFadden was for sure. Now, as far as LeVar, Dad LeVar, he was a 2-time All-Pro, 3-time Pro Bowler. He was he led the league in forced fumbles in 2003.
I'm sure he did.
He wound up getting on the 90 greatest Washington Commanders, Redskins football team, whatever. Jim Lachey's on that list. I mean, that's awfully impressive. And he just was obviously had a star-studded college football career. Yeah, he wound up going to the Giants, and he didn't wind up having like a 10 or 12-year career in the NFL. It was cut short a little bit, but he was a very, very good player. He certainly not a bust.
He struck a lot of fear in a lot of people, I'll tell you that. And when he hit you, you knew about it. So hopefully his son is, well, until he plays the Buckeyes, against everybody else he can beat. But against the Buckeyes, I hope that's not the case.
All right, let's see what else Bodie has here.
This was brought to me by a mother of children.
2008 NFL draft. Number 4 overall, Darren McFadden. Number 22 overall, Felix Jones.
So they both did go in the first round.
Yep.
There you go.
I did forget to tell you this, Timmy. Had to tell you this. When this happened, first person I thought of was my friend Timmy Hall.
Oh, no.
On Thursday afternoon.
Okay.
My dad texted me. Said they were out to eat. This game was on the Big Ten Network. Did we beat Sparty up there when we had Dane Christ at quarterback? Can't remember the year.
Oh, no.
I said, Dad, that was a 34-31 overtime loss. 2010.
Oh, God, Bodie. Good for you.
All right. I know.
I'm proud.
Oh, so was I.
I'm proud.
So was I.
Our little wizard.
I can't believe. It makes me laugh.
I didn't even have to think about it. It was just
don't
like,
know.
come on.
I can't believe scores like that. Like that's crazy. I can watch
it. I know, Tyvis. That's the problem.
I could literally watch a game.
And
still not tell you the score after the game. I don't know.
I can't tell you who was in the Super Bowl. I know the Chiefs were there.
The Niners. They went in overtime.
Yeah, the Niners
27-24. Was that the score?
I have no idea. That's outside my jurisdiction.
I'm just giving it a buzz.
I don't even know.
It could have been
probably wrong. Might be right.
It could have been right. Yeah. I don't know.
All right, guys. Mark your calendars. We are 3+ years away from this happening. The 2027 Vegas Kickoff Classic at Allegiant Stadium, of course, in Las Vegas, will feature Miami against, you know him, you love him, Tyvis, the Big 12 winner this year.
Utah.
Oh,
my God.
It's going to be the first ever meeting between the Hurricanes and the Utes. I know Tyvis.
I thought you were talking about the Red Hawks.
No. The
Wait, is this
Miami?
Well, you got to specify.
Did
for
you
me,
say
I think you say Miami versus Miami, Ohio.
This is a week 1, you say, or week 0?
I think it'll be. I'm not sure yet. There's no date. Just 2027 is all we know.
Okay.
No, by the way,
this year it's week 1.
You did just have it right. It's Miami, Ohio.
Yeah,
they
I know.
hate the
I know. Okay, I was gonna say I know one of the two ways you say it. People don't. They do not like
Ohio.
that.
It's like saying Va-Tech. You say
like
Va-Tech to a Hokie fan, they'll strangle you.
I know. Remember they've kind of flirted with being in the NCAA tournament. I know they were in it one year for sure.
Oh.
Stephen F. Austin or whatever. You could say like SFA and you can say like Stephen F. Austin, but you can't, like there's a way that they're not fans if you say it a particular way.
But you don't know what that
No, I have no idea what it is.
You don't know what that
All
way
I know
is.
We beat them on a buzzer beater that second year.
Well, let's try to find the way to piss those guys off.
But, first ever meeting between the Canes and the Utes, 2027.
I got my money on the Canes.
Do you? I don't know if I'd feel good about that. Fair enough.
Those are two universities don't have a lot in common.
Extremely dissimilar.
Yeah. I mean, one's up there,
Salt Lake,
Utah. One's down there, Nevin Shapiro Town. Yeah, popping champagne
Can't
bottles.
say I'm surprised they've never played, you know?
Right. That's
two programs that in the last 15, 20 years have been very polar opposites. Utah's been pretty consistently pretty good.
It's a fun matchup.
Miami's not great.
It's a fun matchup because
this year it's USC LSU.
Pretty level.
Pretty fun matchup.
Yeah. Those are the kind of matchups that I'm open to. And I don't know if that's got anything to do with the way college football is going. And I think that's just coincidental that throughout all of time, you've never seen a big Well, Utah first had to elevate and get out of the Mountain West for a matchup like that to happen. Like that would have been a really oddball one if Utah wasn't in a more Premier League to have a non-conference game. I just don't care.
It's Utah.
It's Utah.
If they, you know what, I'll be shocked if they didn't win the Big 12 this year. I will say that. If they don't win the Big 12, don't ever talk to me about Utah again.
Rock chalk though.
Yeah, those rock chalkers are going to get you.
Out.
And while we mention Utah and draft anomalies, you know I have to bring up, because if my dad were here, he would. That Alex Smith and Andrew Bogut,
legends, NBA champion Andrew
Bogut. We're both the number one overall picks in their drafts in the same year.
That'll never happen.
No,
again.
that never
not
happened.
Out of Utah.
Not anywhere. It never happened
It
anywhere
can happen
before.
again somewhere.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening.
It's possible.
That's too unlikely.
You never know. I would never say never, but not out of Utah. That's not happening no more.
No, I don't think that's happening. Okay, hold on. One more for you, Bodie.
That ain't true.
You know, that same year that I talked about that Michigan State game a minute ago, we beat Utah 2010. 28-3. It was a great win for the Irish. The Bobby Dowd. Oh, I'm absolutely positive. Yeah, absolutely positive. Because we beat Army the next week 27-3 at Yankee Stadium. Positive about that one, too.
Absolutely positive.
It was a fantastic win. It really
What year was that?
2010, Brian Kelly's first year.
That's sad. That's 14 years ago.
I know. Long time ago. The Bobby Dowd.
Will you stop it?
The Bobby Dowd Coach of the Year Foundation and Peach Bowl Incorporated today released the preseason watch list for the 2024 Dowd Trophy presented by PNC Bank. Here's the list. I'm going to read through it really quickly, okay? Jeff Brom, Mario Cristobal, Ryan Day, Dave Dorn, Elia Drinkwitz. I always thought his name was Elijah.
Eli, right?
Eli? Okay, sure. I don't know.
Go
Maybe
Eli.
it's his first name. Or his full first name. Kirk Ferentz, James Franklin, sure. Marcus Freeman, we know him, we love him. Mike Gundy, Josh Heupel, Brian Kelly, Lane Kiffin, Chris Kleiman, Lance Leipold, Mike Norvell, Brent Pride, sure. Lincoln Riley, sure. Steve Sarkisian, Kirby Smart, Dabo Sweeney, and Kyle Whittingham.
I knew he was going.
That's the guy that's going to win it.
Oh, if
you know what I was thinking? You know what I was thinking?
10-2, get the 4th seed.
When you were reading all those names,
does he deserve it out of the Big 12? Does he deserve
Honestly,
it?
probably not. Yeah, unless you go like 12-0.
Nah, he win it. He goes and they probably is this a regular season award? Yeah, it is, right?
I would guess so. Yeah,
and he
Like
got to blow it. He have to blow teams out in the Big 12.
we're just taking the first 3 games into account, and then we cut it.
September.
That's what we're doing.
No, because
that's how they do it.
It'd be loaded.
Take my word for it.
That's a loaded.
Bodie, what was the score of the Notre Dame game, week 2? I'm not even looking at their schedule right now.
You might have to help me with opponents. That's
2011 season opener.
Yeah. Well, week 2 or season opener.
Season opener.
Season opener.
Season opener 2011.
Yeah, we lost to South Florida. It was probably one of the most miserable games.
Y'all lost to South Florida?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
5
my
turnovers.
goodness.
23-20.
South Florida?
Lou Holtz's son.
Oh, God.
Just stop it. They lost to South Florida.
It was terrible.
Oh, my goodness.
They lost the next week, too.
Can't even remember the score of the last Buckeye game.
Oh, I don't want to.
It sucked.
Ooh, I
Wasn't
can't. It was
good.
14-6, wasn't it?
Something like that, or 7.
Let me look.
All right, the man hits putts, and he knows his Bucks. He tells us about a day for the ages this weekend next. Austin Ward, he's with us. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden opportunity to score a deal that'll make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors.
Attention Columbus. Town Properties just clinched the title of the largest residential property manager in Columbus, thanks to the Columbus Business Journal. With pride, we oversee 25,000 plus households in the Columbus metro area, ensuring fantastic places to call home. Whether you're on the hunt for an exceptional living space, a top-notch association management company, or a property manager for your multifamily portfolio, visit our website at town-properties.com and let us elevate your living experience. Town Properties, always managing great places to live.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
When you need urgent care and you need it fast, where you go makes all the difference. When you choose advanced urgent care from the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, you're choosing an advanced level of urgent care led by Ohio State emergency physicians. We offer walk-in treatment for more serious illnesses and injuries such as broken bones, abdominal pain, and pneumonia, all with shorter wait times and less cost than an emergency department. When your illness or injury can't wait, the choice is clear.
And now we're on our way with COTA, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, COTA moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit COTA.com/transit app to learn more.
The Fan is your home for the Dallas Cowboys.
No, we're not. You can't say that. Take two.
The Fan is your home of the Buckeyes. Yes, that's right. Same thing, but more playoff success. Now give Big Voice Guy another brandy. Thank you. The Fan.
Excuse me, waiter. There's a hair in my soup. A long purple hair.
I'm so sorry. I'll get the manager.
I'm the manager. How can I help?
Wait, weren't you the Plum Insurance mascot?
What gave it away? My long purple fur?
Something like that.
What if all insurance companies were like NJM and were known for putting their policyholders first, not gimmicks? Then all those insurance mascots would have to get real jobs.
I'll pass on dessert.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
As a local family-owned and operated company, Newman Roofing takes great pride in providing great customer experience and quality product to every job they do. From the first phone call to the end of your project, they'll know who you are. Don't just get a roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
Are your feet stopping you from being active and making it difficult to get healthier? Trade in your bad feet and start the new year with good feet and get healthy in 2024. Wouldn't it be nice to work, walk, and play pain-free again?
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A few high clouds, otherwise warm and dry with light winds on Monday. Temperatures in the upper 80s. Overnight down to around 70 degrees. And after a warm and humid and dry start Tuesday, chance of a late day shower or thunderstorm, more clouds, and a bit more humid with highs near 90 degrees. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Tailgating is a state of mind. You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Oh, we're standing for this, Tyvis. Got to get the blood flowing a little bit so we can get to the end of the road here. Timmy and Tyvis, it is the Buckeye Show. Thank you guys for checking us out tonight. and watching on YouTube Live, we go to the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline right now and bring in our pal Austin Ward, our Ohio State football expert around these parts, the podcast, and dotting the I's. Austin, it was so much fun to be with you and the fellas on Saturday for the Marysville Marathon. Now, if people don't know, remind them what you have created for the game of golf here in Central Ohio.
Yeah, a tour that's half winking joke, half fun, and with a growing event. That's our signature flagship major in Marysville every summer. Two-man scrambles that we play, and we had a field of 15 for the fifth version on Saturday, and the first time you have ever joined us, Timmy, which it was a pleasure to have you out there. Kudos to Justin and his staff at the Ridge Golf and Gardens, the ladies in the pro shop, the pro staff, everybody out there putting together the pins and mowing the greens and getting the patio ready. The Ridge is always a great host, and it was, again, better than ever with them. And I think that the competition level bore that out as well. I'd have to defer to your judgment, Tim, as the first time that you played. So I won't try and pat myself on the back, but I had a fantastic time. And I would consider it a success, and I'm already looking forward to number 6.
I think it was a success. And Tyvis, what you need to know is that this man just had a cooler, and I believe it was the lovely Mrs. Ward. I believe you said this, Austin, that she was building the Jell-O shots for the previous couple of days and getting them refrigerated to the optimal gelatinous goodness point. And he would just walk around and hand these Jell-O shots out.
It was shots
for birdies.
Was it Jell-O shots of lemonade?
It was whatever you want. I mean, it was red, green, lemonade, lime, whatever flavor you wanted. There were summer shandy Jell-O shots. It was everything, everything you wanted out there. And you got a birdie, you got yourself a Jell-O shot.
So how many did you have?
And he was even handing them out when you didn't make birdies. that was the better part of it. I will say, through 36 holes, I caught Austin as a partner in the middle of it, and I had Beam at the end of it. And Austin, you were so far better than Beam and more productive. You were the only guy I went under par with for all 4 nines. So something must be there with your game.
I was checking the scores just to make sure in case it came up. I didn't know how much we wanted to reveal for everybody individually on Saturday.
Where was I?
I mean, you and I, that is correct what you said. You and I shot a 2 under 34 on the back 9 in the second round. And that's what you were looking for, because you didn't see a ton of other low activity under Lucas Glover, which is who you drew as your representative from the PGA Tour on the card draw in the morning. Yes. You went even, 2 under, 2 over, and then I think that was with Beam, if I'm not mistaken. The 2 over round.
No, me and Beam went even. It was basically me going even.
Gotcha. That was the final 9. You had two. You finished at even par for the event, which no shame in it. Your first time out. It is called a marathon for a reason. It's not a sprint. So maybe now you're the only person to finish dead at even for the entirety of the event. So that's a little feather in your cap. At least you kept it there. I mean, I think you and I played pretty well. We only wanted maybe 1 shot back on that back 9 that we kind of threw away or got loose with a little bit. But I think, for your first showing, you've been in other events that weren't our majors, and you've won, so your reputation preceded you. Everyone wanted to play with you, and I think they're going to want to see you back out there for year 6.
Everything was true, but that last part. That's very kind.
Austin, I want to ask you about the linebacker position. When the season starts, who is the other linebacker that's starting with Cody Simon? And when the season ends, who is the starting linebacker with Cody Simon?
Tyvis is already done talking about golf. Okay, back to work.
Right, golf. I know. Move on.
I look like with some golf.
Guy can't hold a club, so what do you want from him?
I know. But we would have a great time with Tyvis just riding around out there and giving some commentary. I think he could do that.
He should broadcast the event next year.
Yeah, with his growing media empire. I have a suspicion, Tyvis, that I think you want me to answer it in one way, and I don't know that I think that C.J. Hicks will actually be the starting linebacker on day one. I think Sonny Styles is going to be there on day one and whatever day it is at the end. Whether that's game 16 or game 17, I guess we'll find out as they get down the road. But C.J. Hicks had a fantastic spring, easily the best that he's had at Ohio State. And I know that both of them, they're good friends, C.J. Hicks and Sonny Styles. They don't feel like this is some sort of competition or that they're supposed to hate each other or not get along and it's going to come at the expense of the other. I do think that James Laurinaitis will have plenty of opportunities for both of those guys to play. But I think, the move down there was with purpose, with reason, and that Sonny Styles is probably better suited to playing in the box and closer to the line of scrimmage. And both of these guys have more than enough athleticism and more than enough ability to help Ohio State. But the one that I feel like is probably, got maybe a little bit sharper instincts, has got more experience, has been on the field in Jim Knowles' system, even if it was at a different position, a little bit more, and done it at a pretty high level. That's Sonny Styles. So it's tough for me right now. Again, it's just July, and there's going to be 4 weeks of training camp for all of this to get sorted out for Jim Knowles and James Laurinaitis with that rotation. But it is hard for me sitting right here and talking with you guys to think that there's not a starting role waiting for Sonny Styles. That's just not really a scenario that I can envision personally.
Austin Ward is with us, and I envision Sonny Styles could make his way into this category. You remember playing some categories in years past when you filled in on the show, absolutely. Austin. Tonight marks the week of that here on the Buckeye Show. So tonight, it's the studs. It's the studs of this 2024 Buckeye football team. You now get the honor, a special exemption vote to put another man in the group. What we had, it's not that big of a list. We have Caleb, Quinshon, Emeka, Denzel, Donovan Jackson. Those 5 players. That's what we came up with so far that Tyvis and I agreed on. And we know some of those other names. So throw a 6-1 out there if you want to, Austin, if you think it's worth it.
A list of studs on this roster needs to probably be like 45 long. This is the most talented version of the Ohio State Buckeyes that I've ever seen, and I know that that's putting them in the company of 14 and 15, and maybe Tyvis and I can argue about that at a later date. But on paper, this is a group that shapes up at least on par with them. So I think that there's that many other studs that we could lump in there. The one that I think has to be, and Tyvis and I just talked about him this afternoon at Rooster, so I know he agrees. Emeka Egbuka is probably not getting the acclaim that he deserves.
We got him in here. We got him.
Okay, he was in the 5.
Yeah, Caleb Downs, Quinshon, Emeka, Denzel Burke, and Donovan Jackson.
Okay.
We graded tough,
I should have known. I didn't write them down, so I wasn't taking notes when he said it, but I do.
The Jell-O shots are still living with you. It's okay, Austin.
That's right. 2 days later, still trying to recover. So I guess I don't have to keep talking about Emeka being perhaps overlooked here. But on the flip side, the reason that we're all talking so much about other wide receivers is because Jeremiah Smith is pretty much – he is unlike any other true freshman that I have ever seen at any position. And if that's not the definition of a bona fide stud, I don't know what is. I'm really excited to see this and trying not to get – put the cart before the horse here when he hasn't played an actual game and hasn't been through an August camp and all those other things. But just, I feel like Tyvis would agree, the things that you see from him at this age with the limited amount of practice time he's had, it's unnatural. And that fits right in that category that we're talking about.
I think that is absolutely perfect, and I also think I can't wait for the next Central Ohio 2-man scramble league, and Tyvis is going to be there with all of us, no matter what he does. Even if he's not playing, he can drive our beverage cart.
Well, I'll only play if I can be with Tim Hall on his scramble team.
Deal. Hey, you're not going to get anybody complaining from that.
We're going to be out there all day.
My God, they're making me work so hard. All right, Austin, have a great night. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, see you guys.
Absolutely. Austin Ward on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Can Buckeye fans claim Joe Burrow? Joe himself weighed in on the topic, and the answer is very interesting. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
If you're starting your day any other way, you're doing it wrong. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. Universal Windows Direct is the best. Why? Number one, they have the best technology. They have window systems that last up to 5 times longer than the other jabronis. Plus, they back it up with a true lifetime warranty for as long as you own your home and a 20-year warranty to the next homeowner. And how about the deals? 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. Restrictions apply because they always do. Call them today, 614-502-5220. Schedule your free in-home estimate. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com.
You're not going to want to miss this. Diamonds Direct summer sale starts next weekend. For 3 days only, next Friday through Sunday, get 20% off. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and more. Plus, book an appointment and get an additional $100 off. And designers are flying in from New York and LA to showcase their latest trends. That's 20% off, plus $100 off with an appointment and designer trunk shows. Tons of engagement rings on sale, too. 20% off starts next Friday. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Is arthritic joint pain keeping you from doing the things that you love? Bone-on-bone pain in your knee? Arthritic pain like I was having in my knee? Maybe your hip, your back, your shoulder? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that you can get lasting relief from. QC Kinetics is helping patients like you every day here in Columbus, led by Dr. Ray Tesner. I'm talking about cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Listen, my dad was having knee pain. I was having knee pain. So we went over to QC Kinetics, and they were able to help us out. And 2 years out, I'm still feeling good. My dad can still move around. So learn how QC Kinetics can treat pain and enhance your joints and restore your mobility and give you long-term lasting relief with no downtime. So check them out. Go to 380-208-4544 or head to one of their offices in Dublin, Gahanna, or now the new one that's most recently opened in Grove City.
Common Man and T-Bone are known for many things. And while great radio ain't one of them, shoving food down their gullets is their specialty. Join Man and Bone for Fat Boy Food Tip.
Live at 3 or on the podcast.
Your home for fat. The Fan.
When you have to stop but don't really want to, stop at BP. Because BP has everything you need to keep it going. Fuel to keep the adventures going. The BP Me app to keep the savings and the commutes going. Snacks and drinks to keep the crew going. And the BP Me Rewards Visa to keep the rewards going and going and going. A stop at BP isn't a stop at all. Keep it going.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Introducing Optimized IT, the managed services division of Modern Office Methods. With our cutting-edge managed IT services, we ensure your business always stays ahead of the curve, keeping you one step ahead of your competition. We bring proven management strategies to the table to support your current IT team, as well as provide insight on how to maximize efficiency, helping you achieve your goals faster. Concerned about security? Our backup solutions help guarantee your data is protected around the clock, giving you peace of mind. Start at OptimizedIT.net for your free IT assessment. Stay ahead, stay secure, and stay optimized.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden opportunity to score a deal that'll make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource. Proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
If the colors scarlet and gray made a sound, that sound would be this. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy and Tyvis, with all you fine Buckeye fans, happy Monday to you. You know the ways to get in touch with us. We've got the chat room on YouTube Live. You can watch the show there. Buckeye Show text and voicemail line. That's 460-2896. And you can get us on Twitter next as well at The Buckeye Show. Mateo chimed in. Good on him. We were talking about the anomaly in the NFL draft back in 2000 when it was two Penn State guys, two defensive end / linebacker Penn State guys to go 1 and 2. And I did not realize this, but another Big Ten school had a 2 and 3 overall that were linebacker defensive end in 1996.
I was 2 years old, Tim.
Kevin Hardy. Yeah, but you've heard of these guys.
I know
big time names.
Yeah.
Kevin Hardy and Simeon Rice.
I know Simeon Rice from when he played for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a great player in the National Football League.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And it's a place like Illinois. And it's Illinois, too. It's Illinois. Penn State makes sense.
He must have played like 13 years in the league.
Yeah, probably. I think so. That sounds about right.
That sounds crazy. Like today, I like people, which is crazy because it was much harder, tougher on your body back then than it is today. People bow out after like 10 years.
All right. Have you ever gotten into this debate with anybody talking about, the best Buckeyes in the NFL? And surely when we've had the quarterback thing, it's going to solve itself now that C.J. Stroud is going to do this, right? We know that. C.J. is the rookie of the year, and we talked about this on a recent show. Unless something goofy happens, he's only going to continue to get better. I mean, he's locked in. He's got the right kind of head on his shoulders. I think that's the most important thing, and the physical talent.
It'll be a very telling year because they've done a lot to build around him by getting Stephon Diggs, by paying these wide receivers, by getting the running back. It'll be very interesting to see how that offense looks this year because they built around him.
Even lost Tank Dell, who was
Tank Dell's
one of the pieces that was very helpful right from Jump Street for them to do what they did in 2023. And even without him, they still go into the playoffs and are a step away from doing something really crazy.
They got Joe Mixon, right? That's the running back for them?
Yeah, the boat man, they get Joe in Houston. That sounds right. He's looking up to see if Mixon Man is there. But anyway.
Make that face?
So I never really felt like this battle needed to be had on Joe Burrow. Is he a Buckeye or is he not? Because I've always kind of been there where it's a yes and no kind of debate.
Yeah.
You're not really going to use him. Well, you know what? Why don't I just let Joe explain it to you? Because he was on Pardon My Take, and I think this is the perfect way to sum up who gets to claim Joe Burrow.
I didn't play football there. I mean, I practiced football there. But
did a lot of practicing.
I did a lot of practicing and lifting.
You graduated?
I graduated. I usually tell people that I went to school at Ohio State and I played football at LSU.
That's good. I like that.
I got a lot better from practicing at Ohio State, but I didn't get to play, so I don't really say that I played there.
I think that's a fair answer.
I got to live the backup quarterback lifestyle back then, and that was fun. Got that out of my system, and then I was able to lock in.
He went on and joked a little bit more and said, I didn't really like that. They joked about how backup quarterback and then third-string quarterback could be possibly one of the greatest jobs ever to exist.
Alex Morale.
Third string better than backup if
Chase
you're in the
Daniel.
league.
Just every man's dream.
Chase is a primary backup, right? So you're at risk of having to play. And if you're third string, you're also at risk of not making any money anymore. So you want to be in there, but you want to be behind a guy that's never injured, That
is Alex Moran was the first person. Do you know who that is?
I don't even know who that is. No, I know Chase Daniel very well.
Have you ever seen Blue Mountain State?
Oh, is that a TV show?
Yeah.
It's one of the. Is it kind of Varsity Blues-ish?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Alex Moran.
I've never seen an episode of that.
He's the backup quarterback, and he only wants to be a backup quarterback because he said it's literally the best gig ever.
Because James Vanderbeek.
And then I think the starter gets hurt, and he has to play, and he ends up playing great. And
it's like every damn football movie and show, right? It's all about a backup quarterback, right?
Yeah, steaming Willie Beeman.
Maddie Sarrazin in the TV show Friday Night Lights.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jason Street is the starter, and then Maddie Sarrazin's the backup that gets thrust in there. And
the backup.
Jonathan Moxon, is James Vanderbeek.
I hate how movies put that on there like that just happens all the time. Usually the backup goes in there and gets destroyed.
But beside the point, the way Joey B puts that is kind of funny, and I think it's pretty proper. Where, of course, yes, he played football here at Ohio State, but he wasn't a starter. So that's what he means by not playing football. I became a star football player at LSU, but he's got a degree, so he is a Buckeye. That's the thing. He's a Buckeye through and through. Mm-hmm. He's an Ohio State graduate. But we're also not settling football arguments by saying, oh, we've got one of the great quarterbacks in the game that came through our system. No, you've got to use C.J. Stroud or Justin Fields for settling that kind of debate. Dwayne Haskins before him, rest in peace, would have been a guy to settle that debate.
Yeah.
But not Joe Burrow, but he is a Buckeye.
I feel about Jamison Williams. Like, is he considered a wide? He went first round when he was at Alabama.
Same type of thing.
But obviously, he got developed at Ohio State.
Sure.
So, like, do you claim him? But he actually played in the games here at Ohio State, too.
You can claim him a little bit. You can put his, as I would with Joe Burrow, you can have some photos and things around the Woody to let people know that this guy did get developed here a little bit, that did pass through, because that still matters when you're talking about recruiting. Mm-hmm. But this is like the scorekeeping kind of thing. Like, no, I don't think you can't use Jamison Williams same way as you can't use Joe Burrow in that kind of capacity. It's the place where you stopped last. Unless you're talking about a Jalen Hurts kind of guy where you actually did significant things at two major college football programs.
He did.
That's kind of wild, right?
He almost won the Heisman with Oklahoma, didn't he? Wasn't he in that race? I think
he had to have been. He had great seasons there. He got replaced at halftime of the national championship game.
Tua Tagovailoa.
And they wound up winning. Joe also was speaking about if people have forgotten about him or not.
Do you think people have forgotten about Joe Burrow?
I believe that.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get hurt, though. You don't play football, people forget about you.
Yeah, which I like the spot you're in right now, because I feel like
I love the spot I'm in.
Yeah, like AFC, everyone's like, oh, well, Josh, Lamar, and Patrick, CJ Stroud. It's like, you're forgetting one guy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But again, that's part of the game. If you're not out there and people aren't watching you, then there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give people something to talk about this year. I'm excited about.
I like it. I'm going to give people something to talk about. I like Joe Burrow and the sauce that he brings. I think he's right in that sweet spot where he's a really confident guy, but he's not over the top. CJ Stroud, I think, is a lot like that too. And kind of copies that.
They're all very likable guys.
Yeah, they are.
If people hated him, they take everything he's saying, twist it up.
He's out there going to that white party.
Yeah, but nobody cares. CJ
out there in the Hamptons. CJ's there.
Everybody loves him, so nobody cares now.
Beach football,
they
right?
go out there and don't perform. They go, that's because y'all was out there partying. So just be mindful of those things.
See, Burrow said the piano. He had a lot of time to take up a hobby that he always wanted to do. He wanted to learn piano. He's getting better, and he said that it's helped improve the wrist, and it helped him get over the wrist injury faster by improving his dexterity.
I'm more of a guitar guy.
Yeah, I think guitar would be a good thing for him to do as well, because especially when you're trying to, play your notes with the fret, finger dexterity, you could get a better grip on that football doing that. You're a great player, Tyvis. The very best with the Bucks on the social fronts. Before I do that, though, I got something I want to give away because Boatman really wants me to. Tyvis, the winner is going to get a family 4-pack of tickets here to the Cardale Jones charity softball game Saturday, July 20th at Huntington Park. It's coming up. Current Ohio State football players versus former. If you aren't the winner, don't worry. Tickets can be purchased for $10 at BuckeyeCruise.com. What's the number? 3. Caller number 3, 614. What's the phone number, Bodie? I forgot. 821-9710.
That's a shame.
821-9710. We're going to do some hashtags. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
The sound of Paul Keels calling a Buckeye game is erotic.
Oh, yes.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Attention Columbus. Town Properties just clinched the title of the largest residential property manager in Columbus, thanks to the Columbus Business Journal. With pride, we oversee 25,000 plus households in the Columbus metro area, ensuring fantastic places to call home. Whether you're on the hunt for an exceptional living space, a top-notch association management company, or a property manager for your multifamily portfolio, visit our website at town.properties.com and let us elevate your living experience. Town Properties, always managing great places to live.
Experience the ultimate gridiron experience at the Ohio State Football Training Camp, presented by Safelite Bob Discount Furniture and Weber, happening at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center August 1st through 4th. Don't miss your chance to get the first look at your Ohio State football team. Bring your friends and family and dive into the excitement with inflatables, giveaways, and more. Tickets are limited, so get yours today to ensure you don't miss out on the fun. Visit universe.com/OSU Training Camp 2024 to purchase your tickets today.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app, or listen at home on your smart speaker, or open up the iHeartRadio app, or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
Did your mobile provider just increase their prices again? Switch to Spectrum Mobile, the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. With Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Switching to Spectrum Mobile has never been easier. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Stop dealing with price hikes from your cell phone company. Get Spectrum Mobile. Visit spectrum.com/it-pays-to-switch for full details. Offer subject to change. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
There's something about country music that's just so easy. Like a Bud Light. Simple stories, soulful melodies, and lyrics that refer to drinking a Bud Light in the sun. So keep it easy. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you have to stop but don't really want to, stop at BP. Because BP has everything you need to keep it going. Fuel to keep the adventures going. The BP Me app to keep the savings and the commutes going. Snacks and drinks to keep the crew going. And the BP Me Rewards Visa to keep the rewards going and going and going. A stop at BP isn't a stop at all. Keep it going.
Attention aspiring media stars. Are you ready to take your talent to the next level? Register for your chance to win the Be On Air Summer Slam contest. This is your chance to showcase your skills in a thrilling 30-second live script challenge. Visit now at studiocontest.com to secure your spot and compete for amazing prizes, including a 4-hour studio session, Shure MV7 microphone, and Audio-Technica M20X headphones. Don't miss out on this dynamic event. Be On Air Summer Slam contest, where talent meets opportunity. Visit studiocontest.com and sign up today.
Most businesses have one tagline.
Not here, baby.
At Sunny Street Cafe, for whatever reason, we've got 7.
Yeah, we do.
And here's number 5.
Sunny Street Cafe. Tasty breakfast and lunch with fist bump friendly kind of service.
Now with 8 locations.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Social media can be a cesspool. Allow us to navigate the waters. #Buckeyes.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
All right, Bodeman, do we have someone who's going to enjoy the Cardale Jones charity softball game just yet?
Yes, Phil from Baltimore. And he said, Bodie, I am incredibly impressed by your ability to remember Notre Dame scores, old Notre Dame scores. I said, Phil, I know nothing about nothing, but I can remember old Notre Dame scores.
What about Dallas Cowboys?
Nope.
That's a shame.
Maybe the painful ones.
What about the Boston Celtics game 5
I
score?
honestly don't think I could tell you the game 5 score off the top of my head.
That's normal.
Yeah,
that's normal.
Yes,
that's a
correct,
basketball game that was.
But
how many weeks ago? Why would you know the exact score of that?
But you could tell me what Notre Dame's last bowl game was, what the score was.
Yeah, I believe that was 40-8.
Who did they play?
Think. Oregon State.
They beat them 40-8.
Yeah. They weren't very good.
Jeez.
They also lost half their coaching staff.
I was about to say that's why
to Michigan State.
Folks don't understand.
Marcus Freeman should have pulled a Kirby Smart. Yeah, we got to do something about
Folks, hold on.
We beat them boys so bad.
Hold on. If folks don't understand the special ability that our man Bodie Wells possesses, I can just right here, right now, pull up the 2015 Notre Dame football schedule. And say Saturday, September 5th versus Texas.
Oh, yes. I was at that game. An amazing game. It was an amazing night, Tim. 38-3.
And he can probably tell me how many passing yards Malik Zaire went for.
I'm just going to
If you do that, I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to go 313.
Oh, God!
Was that it for real? Something's wrong with him.
What?
Like that's
I'm gonna kill you.
It was incredible.
You're
absolutely
dead.
Incredible. He lit him up.
Like that's not
normal.
Yeah, like that.
For the record, I didn't necessarily know that. I just knew it was in that ballpark.
Yes, you did.
No, I really did not.
Yes, you
Swear.
did.
God is my witness.
To the number.
How many touchdowns did he throw?
Well, he's got to get the touchdowns. I'm not even clicking on the box score. I'm just going to take his word for it. He wouldn't get the passing yards and not have the touchdowns.
Yeah, I think it was 3.
You think?
2 to Fuller, Chris Brown.
Will Fuller. What a man.
God, I loved Will Fuller.
Fuller, the
He was
4th.
so
You
good.
get it right.
5th, I think.
Sorry.
He was
Close enough.
He was fast. I got to see him in the Fiesta Bowl.
He was a hell of a player.
It's pretty fast.
If we could get 85 other Will Fullers out there, we'd be pretty
You
damn
know what game I liked in 2015?
I could take
Saturday,
a guess.
October 3rd at Clemson. I really liked that one.
24-22. If Brian Kelly could do math, we could have won that game. But
when they played Ohio State in the Fiesta Bowl? What was the score to that game?
Good old January 1.
44-28. I think Zeke Elliott had 900 rushing yards in that game.
Something like it. Something like it.
He did have 149 and 4 touchdowns.
Sheesh.
I'm looking at a box score.
I'm
so
surprised
it
it was
doesn't count.
that low, that few.
Yeah, it was good. Joey
Zeke was a
Bosa
special player.
catapulted from that game.
Yeah, messed up my pick. Good old Joey. I would have had 2 picks, and I would have for sure won MVP. You know, it really bothers me that I did not win MVP of that game. Defense MVP.
Did you know the score of that game, Tyvis?
Heck no.
You didn't know?
Heck no. I know we won. That's all I cared about.
How many did JT Barrett throw for in that one?
In that game?
Yeah.
We had a pretty good
Over
offense.
under 200.
Over.
211.
Yeah.
Barely.
And did Cardell play that game?
No, he's not in that game. So a lot of the things that I'm seeing on social today, and we'll get to hear some more of the stuff on tomorrow's show as well, but Ryan Day caught up with Joel Klatt. So just a good talk about everything, big season coming up. I think you can understand what the bullet points are going to be from a hit like this with Joel Klatt, who basically is a broadcaster for the team now with all the games that Fox is going to do for the Big Ten and Ohio State. And they talked a little bit about the rivalry, and Joel was making the point that I think that this has gotten better because you guys dominated for so long. That's why Michigan kind of had to elevate to that level, and this was Ryan Day's response.
I don't think that any year you're any more or less motivated. You know, I think every year, every team is a little bit different, but to say that those games haven't stung, I mean, of course they have, and those are bad weeks in Columbus, when you don't win that game. And so, whether it's the guys deciding to come back, whether it's, being strong about making strong decisions in those moments. Yeah, I mean, I can say that, you have to figure out what needs to get fixed to win that game. And that's the bottom line. And then that's what we did.
Coach Day's being very consistent in that, where none of these past years matter I don't know what that is internally or with the psyche, where he's not taking any bait on any of that. And I am a little bit more with Joel in that, like you get your brains beaten in sooner or later, like what needs to happen for the Buckeyes now. Because of the losing, you got to, like he said, you got to learn from it.
I wonder if he came to the senses that the reason why he struggles a little bit is because he thinks about it maybe too much.
I think so.
Like maybe he's I'm too obsessed with it. Like
I'm too upset about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to
overdoing
not
it.
minimize it,
but I'm overdoing it.
Neutralize it.
Yeah. And I think he's trying to clear his mind and go into it with a clean head, clean mind, so he can play. Because I feel like when he coaches in that game, a lot of people think that he is more tight. Like he's not as loose in that game. And maybe it's because he got a lot on his mind thinking about the last couple of years.
Full hearts. Can't lose.
Yeah.
Tonight, we were the greatest radio show in the world. Bodie, you're a sick man.
You are.
You're disgusting.
Agreed.
Coming up next, a little thing called You'll See on The Fan.
The two most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants.
The pervert and the skivvies.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
Hey Buckeye fans, the best new resort in the country is right here in the state of Ohio. Introducing the Grand Resort in Warren, Ohio. Whether it's family fun, an adult getaway, a conference or event, there's no place like it. It's a year-round destination with the best golf, med spa, dining, salon and spa, pools, lounges, and activities. The Grand Resort will be the best staycation you've ever had. Go to the website, thegrandresort.com, or call 330-856-1900. The Grand Resort in Warren, Ohio. We're waiting for you.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Did the pandemic eliminate quality customer service? Well, many places it did, but not here at Heartland Bank. Imagine getting top quality service and good advice as well to help you down life's road. It's community banking, and it's alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Fair banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're not going to want to miss this. Diamonds Direct summer sale starts next weekend. For 3 days only, next Friday through Sunday, get 20% off. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and more. Plus, book an appointment and get an additional $100 off. And designers are flying in from New York and LA to showcase their latest trends. That's 20% off, plus $100 off with an appointment and designer trunk shows. Tons of engagement rings on sale, too. 20% off starts next Friday. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's